Hello, lovely viewer. Welcome to another episode of the Learn with Ifia project with me, Miss Japoma Safwa. Today, on a WAP Child Guide, we are talking about correction. As parents, sometimes we swoop in to correct our children on minor issues, which maybe did not necessarily need or require correction. For example, a child is trying to pry open maybe an item you gave to them. You got this for them. This is a fun. Every child is curious to know what it does and have different ways of finding out. One may decide, let me find out what it actually is, and finds that this thing is removable. It has a removable part. 2, how does it come on? And finds that this button causes fresh air to come out of this item. So, as parents, you are supposed to let the uniqueness of your child enable them to know the use of an item you give to them. It is not necessarily about correcting them with everything. When it comes to our parenting style, sometimes some parents can be overprotective and do not allow their children to experience things for themselves. In previous episodes, we talked about experiential learning for both children and parents. So in our quest to be better parents to our children, we should always remember WAP's key or our catchphrase, experiential learning. Allow your children to explore while you keep a keen eye on them. In keeping a keen eye, you may identify their true nature, their potentials, and their abilities. Again, allowing them to experience whatever you give to them would help in the growth of their brain. We know that the brain keeps on developing as our children grow up. So, these stimulations can help children to know and their brains to grow as they grow. So, dear parents, it is good to correct your children sometimes. For example, my child is watching a movie with me, then she says something. Then as a parent, you are supposed to ask the child, what does what they say mean? Sometimes they hear somebody say something, then they say it too. That is where correction is needed. That is where it is crucial. So, you find out what they know is the meaning of what they say, then you correct them. If this language is supposed to be used as a child, that is their age. Are they supposed to use such words? Or you find out that, this is perfect language for you. You find out that they gather language from everywhere. That is brain stimulation. So parents, don't just swoop in. Your child is trying to pry open this thing, then you be like, hey, bring it. No, you don't play with it like that. You put it on here. Then you put it on for the child. So, what did the child learn from handling this? Nothing. Because you taught them your correction is too much. You are being overprotective. Sometimes, if I'm not too afraid to say, I will say you are being overbearing. As a parent, leave your child. They have heads, and their heads have brains. And the brain cells are supposed to be stimulated so that the brain grows and your child develops. they develop cognitive skills and motor skills too. So please, correction is good, but sometimes don't overdo it as a parent. It is not everything that needs correction. Sometimes leave your child to find out things for themselves and correct themselves. You are only a guide. You are not their friend, but a guide to make sure that they do the right things at the right times and not the right things at the wrong times. So, as I always say, continue to learn with me on a WAP by subscribing and clicking the notification icon. Like, comment and share for other parents, for us to all learn together, so to help our children in their development. I hope to see you again next time. See you in the next episode. Bye bye for now with my fan.